The 10 seed, under the direction of Jim Flannery, they upset Colorado a couple of days ago. They had 5 different players hit a triple. And the Iowa Hawkeyes, in their gold jerseys, their fan base has followed suit. The 3rd largest early round crowd in the history of the women's tournament over the last 40 years. And here is Clark with the ball in her hands. Off the bounce and immediately attacks, misses on the shot. And it's rebounded by Carly Batchelor. As we take a look at today's Capital One starting lineups, Creighton, an at-large team out of the Big East. They had a very good first round, the conference did. Jensen, Ronsick, and then they bring Morgan Molly off the bench, all lethal three-point shooters. And you see Christie, they open up, they don't even put anybody in the paint. 5 on the outside. And the first 3 ball off the mark, rebounded by Ronsick, and the putback beats the shot clock.
And that's key for Creighton. Can they create extra scoring opportunities? Because this is a really good offense. But Monica Sonano is a really good post player.
And there is the Iowa starting 5. So you've got Clark and Sonano, both 20-point scorers. As Ronsick is wide open inside, assisted by Tatum Rembow. And the quick counter. That's Iowa's game. They love the transition.
Well, sorry, but the game within the game today is going to be Monica Sonano. She's a matchup issue for Creighton when they are on defense, but she is a player they need to try to exploit with a 5-out motion.
And an opportunity again inside. That's Batchelor with the bucket. Clark hits down the deep throw with Steph Curry-like range out there. You have to pick her up at half court because she can stick them from the logo. Creighton tries the counter, and the tip will get them an extra look. And right back to Peyton Brodsky for 3.
2 of Creighton's early baskets now on second chance opportunities. This is an area that they feel like they can create more offense for the Blue Jays today.
Clark working inside to Sonano. How about Monica? She has now hit her last 15 shots, and she's a perfect 9 for 9 here in the NCAA tournament. She was also 6 for 6 yesterday at the free throw line.
When we asked Lisa Bluter about her, she goes, I know, we need to get her the ball more. And I was like, I'm not complaining, because the young lady, if she gets a touch in the paint, it's practically over with.
Gabby Marshall, one of 7 Hawkeyes to hit a three-pointer in their first round win over Illinois State. When they scored 98 points, they are the 2nd leading scoring team in the country. And a foul off the ball on Peyton Brodsky for a push on Caitlin Clark. As you see Lisa Bluter, Big Ten regular season co-champs, Big Ten tournament champs for the dean of the conference coaches, now in her 22nd season.
The foul was on number 15 for Creighton, Lauren Jensen. That's her first.
And now I think they got the foul wrong here. They called it on Lauren Jensen, but it was on Brodsky. And Krista, they need to clarify here, was the push after the play? Why does Creighton have possession here?
I believe that's what they said, because obviously Creighton's maintaining possession of the ball.
All right, so they do fix it over at the scorer's table, and it is the first on Brodsky. Not only do they shoot the 3 well, they are the best passing team in the country. Tremendous ball movement for Creighton. #1 in assists. And Brodsky gets the assist from Rembow. They've hit a couple of 3s early.
And we thought that was huge for Creighton to have a chance today. They needed to make some shots early, because this is a team that shares the wealth. And once one player gets it to go down, this offense really opens up.
Martin spinning, missed the shot. What we're going to see is 3 minutes per defender for Creighton guarding Caitlin Clark. So we've already seen 2 defenders on her in the early going.
And same game plan from each defender, but really key for Jim Flannery to keep a fresh body on the nation's leading scorer.
Such a big day for Creighton as they seek their first trip to the Sweet 16. This obviously would be the biggest win in program history. They have had tremendous success in the first round over the years, but the second round has been a different story.
Well, Jim Flannery likes the matchup. These two teams had a preseason scrimmage. They're familiar with one another. Not really sure who feels more confident because they had that scrimmage, but there was no intimidation factor by the Blue Jays whatsoever.
Monica Serrano stays perfect. She's got 10 of their 13 points. Brodsky short. Morgan Molly, who has checked into the game, had the rebound and then had it stripped away. The Creighton bench has been spectacular all year as Clark tries from deep. The bench produced half of their points in their first round win, led by Molly, number 30 in blue. Brodsky fouled on the shot. That'll be the first on Martin and a trip to the line. This is where Creighton won it. They hit 18 of 20 free throws, including 12 for 12 in the fourth quarter in their upset of Colorado.
We're just so impressed with the Blue Jay offense because Colorado wasn't going to give up the three. And so Creighton made the adjustment of going back door. You just saw in the last possession. Now trying to dribble penetrate, get to the rim. The rotation just wasn't there in time.
Senior from Nebraska, a coach's kid, one of their glue players, really good passer. We've already seen her knock down a couple of buckets. Terrific start for Creighton. They knew they had to hang early to try and keep the crowd out of it as long as possible. And now Addie O'Grady will check on Sinano, will catch her breath. This is Tomi Taiwo, terrific off the bench, 13 points in their first round win. Clark with a third different defender on her, knocks it down for two.
And so well scouted. Creighton was playing her for the drive, so she knocks down the jumper instead.
Folks, if you like scoring, you've come to the right place today. Both coaches talked to us at their shoot-around saying, hey, this one's going to be in the 90s. Creighton knows they've got to try and outscore Iowa to have a shot. They didn't think they could keep this thing in the 50s or 60s, so they have come out aggressive.
Seeing the 2-3 zone from Iowa now.
Rancic tries to shoot over it. Nice play by Molly to tip it out to Molly Mogensen, another big reserve that had a big game in their opener a couple days ago. Taken away by Taiwo. Always got to locate Clark in transition as Rancic gets a big block.
Well, these two teams combined for 182 points on Friday. Then they picked up where they left off. Clark with jumpers, Creighton with the threes. Hey folks, get comfortable. We've got a great one.
The NCAA Championship on ABC is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? You know, the fans are all around the Iowa Hawkeyes, post-game, pre-game, anytime they get a chance for a little FaceTime, get the autograph books out, sneakers out. It is a love affair in the state of Iowa between these fans and the Hawkeyes. Caitlin Clark has had a hand in 13 of their 15 points so far. And for Creighton, they have 4 offensive rebounds, leading to 5 second-chance points. Some attention to the chin of Tomi Taiwo after that last block shot from Rancic went off of Taiwo out of bounds. Clark now up to 250 assists on the season, and there's the good block from Rancic and the hard landing from Taiwo.
once again, the 2-3 zone by Iowa. And Lisa Bleeder said she actually liked going to it more against Creighton, which would seem crazy with their three-point shooting. She said they have less motion in the half court, so it's a little bit easier for us to defend.
Tomey will come back in. 3:47 to go here in the opening quarter. Our opening game of our second round coverage today and tomorrow. All day, late into the night, as we punch tickets to the Sweet 16 next weekend. We got an ABC doubleheader for you today as we start out here in Iowa City and then head to Columbia, South Carolina, the overall #1 seed, Gamecocks. They could meet up with the winner of this game down the road. They are in the same region, the Greensboro region. And look at what we got in store for you today. Aaliyah Boston, Ashley Jones of Iowa State, Haley Jones with the defending champion Stanford Cardinal, and Melissa Smith of Baylor, one of last year's National Player of the Year award winners. Great day coming your way on the ESPN and ABC networks.
Well, Beth, I'll raise you a level. Those aren't just great scores. Those are dynamic scores. How they'll score is half the game in each one of those upcoming competitions.
Morgan Malley thought about it. Again, you got shooters every spot on the floor for the Blue Jays. And they will make you extend that defense. Molly off the mark, Sinano with a rebound. And here comes Caitlin Clark, leading scorer in the country. Try and get a second body to her. She finds Sinano, and there's that vision. And a big reason why she leads the nation in assists as well as points.
Well, any coach will tell you half the problem when you're trying to defend the on-ball screen is not the ball, it's the rotations. That time, too slow by Creighton to get to Sinano.
Clark again to Sinano. Blocked by Lawson. That's her second of this first quarter. Rachel Saunders with the ball, an Iowa City native for Creighton. Molly in and out. They have started out the game 3 of 11 from deep. They average 10 triples per game. That'll be a blocking foul on Saunders, the third different defender they've thrown at Clark.
Well, Beth, we came in knowing that Monica Sinano was going to be the key for Iowa to get the win today. There, screen and roll to the hoop, and then the next trip down, they go back to it. But this time, Creighton there for the block.
Just constantly have to be aware of where she is on the floor. Can score from just about anywhere. She will be the first player in the last 20 years to win the scoring title in back-to-back seasons. No whistle there on the drive. Jensen, the former Iowa Hawkeye, misses. Another offensive rebound here. Jensen will try again and hit it. And the Blue Jays have the lead heading into the final minute of this first quarter. And a foul on the drive. This is why the crowd is all up in arms and why Clark is frustrated right now.
Well, Creighton's trying to deny her the ball, but when she gets it, she's attacking. And you see the body there, and then Mogensen trying to deny her the ball. Mogensen's like, what? You're the best player in the country. I can't let you touch it.
She'll get it on the inbound. Now she's got Brodsky on the switch. O'Grady. Short. Rebounded by Batchelor. And Creighton can extend the lead. They run the motion offense, which can be such a matchup problem in this day and age of all the pick and rolls and the screening action.
But it's so unique, the type of screens that Creighton focuses on, which is why it's a matchup issue for most teams.
And there's a foul on the reach-in on Clark. That's her first. If you're a lip reader, you saw Bluter say you missed 3 fouls at the other end. Another offensive rebound. The kick out, Jensen. Good for 3. Caitlin Clark trying to beat the buzzer. And did not get it up in time. And the Blue Jays are the ones making noise early in Iowa City. It's the NCAA Women's Championship presented by Capital One. And it continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Let's take a look at today's difference makers, brought to you by CarMax. And during this 8-game winning streak for Iowa, look at the scoring and the assisting for Clark. She's been a part of over half of their scoring, and through that first quarter, she had a hand in 15 of their 17 points. The big story right now through the first 10 minutes is Creighton getting on the glass. So not only are they getting the offensive boards, they're converting those into second chance points, and that is slamming the brakes on Iowa's ability to rebound and run.
Absolutely, and of those 11 points, 3 of those have been 3-pointers. And this is the scary thing. 1 quarter down, Creighton's already hit half of their average and shot half of their average in 1 quarter. We could be looking at 63s for Creighton today.
And getting back to what Ellen, Rebecca, and Nikki were talking about in the studio, where are the rest of the Hawkeyes? Only 2 Iowa players scored in that first quarter. And for Creighton, their 5 triples have them out in front. And a foul on the rebound will go against Renbow, and that is a Bronx cheer here in Iowa City. The home folks weren't thrilled with the officiating crew in that first quarter. That's the first on Tatum, or second, excuse me. So the starting point guard departs for the Blue Jays.
Well, Mogensen's now going to have to be able to stay on the floor. She was such a great scorer for Creighton. Now it's the defense and offense they're going to need.
Serrano, 7 of 8 now in the game. For Creighton, the ball hardly touches the floor. Everybody getting in on it. Off the bounce, Jensen will pull up. Elbow J is good.
We were eager to see how Jensen would respond here today, playing against her former team. So far, so good for the Creighton Blue Jays.
Was a reserve last year, wanted some more playing time. It was a harmonious split for both sides. And she has found a home in Omaha. There's an offensive rebound for Iowa. We're going to see with all these threes, you're going to see a lot of long rebounds today. Another foul committed on the perimeter, trying to defend Clark. And that's the first on Mogensen.
And this is big for Creighton. As we just said, now she's the point guard who needs to defend and stay on the floor to run the offense. That one, compared to some of the earlier physicality we've seen, that's a tough call.
Clark, 5 points, 6 assists. Serrano missed from 15.
Is it bad that I just assumed that was going in because she took it?
It's been almost a perfection through the first 50 minutes that she's played in their first 2 games. Molly, the left-hander, got it. Over the top of Warnock. And look at this for Creighton. They've bumped it up to a 9-point advantage. Serrano fouled by Rancic.
This is why Creighton is so hard to defend. There's hardly any space. It's just one dribble. Pulls Warnock just slightly. Molly gets her feet set. The rest is another 3 for Creighton.
21 of their 28 points from outside the arc. And how about this for Iowa? Just their first trip to the free throw line today. Serrano around and out. They are the top free throw shooting team. They are the top shooting team in the country. But they've got a big problem right now from downtown for the Blue Jays, 6 of them so far.
So back to the 2-3, and you see how Creighton's offense is raised. It's all pretty, well now Molly cuts the corner, but again, trying to put pressure on the top part of that zone.
Marshall forces the turnover. Lisa Bluder so proud of what they've built here in Iowa City. This is the 3rd consecutive shutout dating back to their regular season finale when they beat Michigan for a share of the regular season title. Clark coming off the screen for 3. Of course, Caitlin will get him in the house, so now they're on their feet. Sits him down.
Both of these offenses are just so quick with ball movement that if your closeout's not there on the catch, the shot's going up. Set play, call from the bench, just a quick down screen, and that's all Caitlin Clark needs. Gets her feet set, shoulder set before the ball even hits her hands.
Lisa Bluder talks about, the fans, they keep coming through the doors in bigger numbers because they respect the product, and the product is so entertaining. They have scored over 100 points 3 times, over 90 points 8 times this year. They have embraced Bluder's bunch. And it's great to see the growth of the game. You're going to see a huge crowd in Columbia, South Carolina. We've seen sellout crowds in places like NC State, big crowds at Louisville. As the game continues to grow and expand. All on the road to Minneapolis for the Final Four this year. Mogensen spins and knocks it down. Well, between Mogensen and Molly, they're both coming off of career highs off the bench in their first round win. And playing fearless here in this first half. Here she is again with the push, the cross to the left, and she draws the foul.
Mogensen's just so tough, just splits the 2 defenders. Clark doesn't rotate in time, and she's so strong with the ball. Takes it up and draws the foul.
And a chance of Let's Go Jays from the folks in blue here today, as they have watched Creighton turn this into a double-digit lead. Missed them both. Sedano with 15, Clark with 8. The only 2 to have scored for the Hawkeyes in the first half. And this is Blue Jay basketball with another block shot.
You're seeing some heady defense because of where they're getting the blocks on Iowa's much taller players. They're coming from the backside. Smart play by Saunders to knock it off Clark to get possession.
Lansick, a Big East performer. Jensen short on the pull-up. Marshall. Warnock will try for 3. Good box out by Molly.
Becky talked about Molly and Mogensen's performances on Friday, but this is what they've been doing all season long. The bench averages almost 30 points a game for Creighton, so they're getting a pop from the bench that helps sustain this high-powered offense.
Clark, she thought about the logo 3, behind the back, keeps the dribble alive, spins into the lane, the kick out, in and out from Gabby Marshall. Outstanding job by Creighton through the first 15 minutes. Molly. They've been knocking down threes, and they have been pounding the offensive glass, and they have the 10-point advantage, the 10 seed over the 2 seed right now in the Greensboro region. 0 for 10 from the floor, so only 2 Hawkeyes have scored thus far. They're going to try and team up again here, and Sonano misses inside.
Well, I love the play call. Completely get everyone on one side. Monica Sonano one-on-one down low, just couldn't finish.
Brodsky turns it over. There have not been a lot of transition opportunities because Creighton has owned the glass. Another missed layup. The top shooting team in the country is flirting with 30% today.
And one of those issues, they're 4 of 13 at point-blank shots, layups, just low-post shots. They've got to be able to convert at the rim.
Baxter, rebounded by Taiwo. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Step back, 3, got it! Brodsky missed the layup. Clark calling for it. Might be heat check time. Marshall got a defender to go down. Creighton dodged a bullet there.
But people will think that Caitlin Clark's just about putting up shots. Last 2 trips down, shared the ball, couldn't finish. But every time that Iowa's made a run, Creighton's had an answer.
Peyton Brodsky hits the 3. They've had 4 different players knock down a triple. Clark. Batchelor is the 4th different defender to take a turn on her. Let's take a look at how Creighton is achieving the impossible. Brought to you by Adidas. We've seen the trend continuing in recent years of more upsets. We had 6 first-round upsets on the women's side. That was more than the men's first round, by the way. And double-digit seeds into the Sweet 16. Can the Blue Jays get it done today? Here in Iowa City, we will punch the very first ticket to the Sweet 16 and continue with 7 more games throughout the course of the day and evening. Overall #1 seed South Carolina is next. Defending champion Stanford will close out the night. And Clark misses the layup. Iowa unable to take advantage of some gimmies here in the second quarter. Rembau with the nice cut and the kick out. Ramsick uses the screen. Molly offensive rebound. Blocked. She tried again and gets fouled. They have just been relentless on the glass here in the first half.
Well, Morgan Molly's been a beast from 3. This time gets in the paint for that offensive rebound, and if at first you don't succeed, try again.
The Big East 6th Man of the Year award winner. She had a 20-point performance against Colorado in the first round. Morgan Molly, 89% at the free throw line. We are just underway. Second round coverage all day today and tomorrow. The Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 next weekend. The winner of this game will be headed to Greensboro on the road to the Women's Final Four, which starts April 1st. Martin. And there is the first bucket by a different Hawkeye, not named Clark or Sonano.
She's able to get downhill because the defense shifted towards Clark after that first pass.
Clark with the block, behind the back in traffic. Caitlin Clark, the dish to Warnock for the lay. Brodsky three. Well, the officials may have to get together and talk about it. One had a foul and one had a held ball. And the official who said held ball is going to win that argument. It will still end up being Iowa basketball. Sonato trying to check back in here with 1:04 to go in the first half.
And Lisa Bluter was just warned by the official. But she's working them, as she should. When you get two different calls on the floor, you want to know why it didn't go your way.
Clark off the curl, the skip. Feuerbach drives baseline for the layup. The Jays run a doubleheader here. And well executed by Creighton with a foul to give.
Honestly, Beth, I'm surprised they fouled so early with that foul to give.
Well, I believe they still have one more. No, they just updated it, so the next foul would be 2 free throws for Iowa. Clark, number 22 in gold. Left of your screen.
Down screen lob for Sonato here.
Couldn't hold on, tipped it to keep it alive, and now it's Creighton with a chance. Scoop goes. And the Blue Jays in hostile territory have the lead at the break, 38-32, as the 10 seed works on the upset of the 2 seed in the Greensboro region, as we send you back to the studio.
Wow, a 6-point game.
Towards the story of the score in that first half of play. 8 triples for Creighton. They averaged 10 per game. They dominated on the glass. And Peyton Brodsky, who's only been in double digits 3 times this year, already with 11 points in that first half. They are 20 minutes away from making history. As we tip off this big second round Sunday in the NCAA tournament, 8 games lined up for you for spots in the Sweet 16. We are in the Greensboro region. Coming up next on ABC, the number 1 seed in Greensboro, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the Miami Hurricanes. Hawkeyes ended that first half on a 6-0 run as other players finally hit their first shots of the day. It's Clark, number 22, Sonato, number 25, the big guns. They both average 20 points per game. And immediately, Sonato gets a touch.
But Creighton wanted to sit on her left shoulder. Sonato making the halftime adjustment. I can score either direction.
Tatum Rimbaugh, the kick out. Emma Ronsick, their leading scorer on the season. How about the day for Brodsky? One-handed on the glass and the stick back. You got 2 ways to go, right, Christy? You can feel totally dominated by this crowd, or you can do what Creighton's doing, and they are feeding off of that energy as Iowa hits another one.
First of all, I can't say enough about this crowd, how electric it is in here. But for Creighton, they're just looking for these quiet moments. That is the applause that they need to try to generate. Quiet the crowd.
14,382, standing room only. They asked the fire marshal if they could get some more in. He said, nope, not this time. They are in full throat. It's the biggest crowd in early round NCAA tournament action in 18 years. With nearly 15,000 on board. Down on the deck, Creighton gets the takeaway. Rembow looking for a shooter and over-penetrated. Got tied up and turned it over. Boy, she had Brodsky wide open to her left.
One too many dribbles. If she could have just made that read a half second sooner, I think another three would have been flying.
I'll move Clark over to the wing and let Martin initiate the offense. Here's Caitlin coming off the screen. Short. Offensive board. Sonano. She loves to turn over that left shoulder.
So you're seeing 2 buckets by Sonano. They try to take that shoulder away. She's too good at reading the defense.
Rembow, the dive off the screen from Rancic. And Iowa can take its first lead since the first quarter. And they give it right back.
Well, Beth, you said it. Creighton sitting on the left shoulder on the catch. Monica Sonano feels it, steps through, and scores.
Brodsky off the bounce, pulls up. Martin has it, and here come the Hawkeyes with numbers. Marshall three. Heck of a box out by Brodsky, and that allowed Molly to get to the loose ball. Rembow, Rancic on the run, spinning and scoring.
Rembow showing great court vision on her own. She's 10th in the country in assists. Great playmaker for Creighton.
9 now for Rancic. Marshall off the hesitation, misfired. Rembow. Now Jensen pulls up. Her ball will keep it at this end of the floor this time.
Well, Creighton doesn't push often in transition, but you see the court vision of Rembow hitting Rancic. Great hands, great finish.
Here comes that Creighton bench now. Molly and Mogensen coming on. They combined for 36 points in their first round win. O'Grady and Taiwo check in for Iowa. And here's Saunders.
Saunders got the mismatch with O'Grady out on the perimeter trying to defend her.
From West High School here in Iowa City, the kick out, Rancic. Molly for the second time today, took it to a teammate. And then Taiwo got the steal. Mogensen three, good! See if they get Clark a touch. 11 points, 7 assists in that first half for Caitlin. Warnock won't go. And Creighton clears.
You're seeing the post defenders go down with those on-ball screens. This is why it's so important off the pop, off the roll for the others to finish for Iowa.
Johnson in constant motion, comes back out top to get it. Saunders off the bounce. Had the left side open and chose to go back to the right, and it got blocked.
Well, that's twice now. Saunders has tried to go at O'Grady versus just pulling her further out and taking that outside shot.
Blocked on the drive. Martin for three, that won't go. and it will stay at this end of the floor.
Well, Creighton started the game, making them from long distance, picking it up here in the third. Hand down, man down.
Well, the Creighton Blue Jays trying to go where they've never been before. A spot in the Sweet 16 on the line this afternoon at Iowa City. They have had the lead since the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. And the winner of this one moves on to the Greensboro Regional. And a Sweet 16 date on Friday with Iowa State or Georgia. Coming up next year on ABC, it's South Carolina and Miami. The Gamecocks, led by Aaliyah Boston, are the overall #1 seed in the tournament. She, along with Caitlin Clark and Baylor's Melissa Smith, the front runners for National Player of the Year honors. And you'll see them all today on the networks. It's been all Sonano and Clark for Iowa. The others have not been able to help out. In fact, the rest of the Hawkeyes not named Caitlin Clark are 0 for 9 from downtown.
Yeah, this is where I think it's time for Caitlin Clark to be a little less unselfish. I'd like to see her hunt for her own shot here.
Creighton, on the other hand, has been hitting their threes, and they have owned the boards. As Clark draws the foul, and how about this? The leading made free throw shooter in the country with close to 200 is going to the line for the first time today.
And if you're Jim Flannery, that's not what you want to see. First of all, you never want to get a player going that might have struggled from the field by putting them at the free throw line, much less someone like Caitlin Clark.
Well, here's the dilemma, right? They've been so efficient as a collective the last month. But at some point, with Clark and Sonano doing all the scoring, when do you just start calling their names offensively?
Well, and that's the thing for Caitlin Clark, coming into the season, shooting a higher percentage in the fourth quarter, so I expect her to start taking over this game.
There she is with the defensive play, so good in transition and traffic. Taiwo. That's one thing that Iowa really doesn't like, are the early threes in a possession, unless it's a hot-handed Clark.
And that's a big unless. Big asterisk.
Creighton is led by as many as 12. Iowa has knocked on the door a couple times, but the Blue Jays have responded with a big basket. And another offensive rebound into double digits.
And Beth, what you're seeing from Creighton is because they're spreading the floor, they're using their height disadvantage, that 5-guard lineup as an advantage because they're running by the bigs, running by players to chase down those offensive rebounds.
Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, punching our first ticket to the Sweet 16.
And Beth, Caitlin Clark just looked over to Lisa Bluter, and she made the play call to her head coach, saying what she wanted to run. Look at the pin down here for her to pop out.
This may be a give me the dang ball moment. It's Sonano working inside. Clark never got the ball back. And it goes to Creighton.
The pin down screen, isolation for Sonano, and she just can't finish.
Renbow. They've drawn Sonano away from the basket. Might have got on a guard on the switch. And Marshall tried to reach over the top of Ronsick and knocked her down.
Well, Creighton's been able to get the face cut. What I mean by that is the weak side curl screen. They've been able to get in front of their defender, but they really haven't exploited that yet of Iowa's defense.
Creighton has been awfully good on their set pieces. Here's the blob, the baseline out of bounds. And they'll have to get into their regular set. Renbow, terrific backdoor cut. Ronsick with the layup. Wide open Sal. And it's the 9th assist for Caitlin Clark, one shy of the double-double. Johnson working that screen to perfection.
Well, it was a screen, re-screen, and this is how good Creighton is. They read the defense so well and just tear you apart.
Sonano says, I can turn to the left side too. Brodsky three. Long rebound to inbound. Mogensen off the fake. And Rancic tucks the end line. And Creighton will have, Iowa will have another chance to try and tie it up.
Well, Sonano 2 feet in the paint and just comes through the defender, uses her momentum against her for the clean finish.
Final minute of this third quarter. Back to Sonano, off the bounce, and a foul. Second out, Rancic. And Sonano 1 for 2 at the line. Iowa as a team just 3 of 4. They usually make a big mark at the free throw line. Hasn't been the case yet today. Basketball Championship. Second round continues today on CBS, TBS, TNT, and True TV. For more information, go to NCAA.com. Already punching tickets on the men's side. Already some surprises. What will we see on the women's side today and tomorrow? With a handful of double-digit seeds, including these Creighton Blue Jays, trying to advance. It's been all Clark and Sonano for the Hawkeyes. And Mogensen on the drive. Well-balanced attack on the other side for the Blue Jays.
Horns action by Iowa. Watch Caitlin Clark.
Warnock. Clark has just the one basket so far in this third quarter. And it's not really been hunting a lot of shots. The hold for one. Mogensen says, I'll take it if you leave me open. And it skids off the rim, and now a chance for Iowa.
Not in rhythm. Would have been better for her just to wait the extra 5 seconds before she tried to put that shot up. Jim Flannery, in so many words, saying the same thing.
Oh boy, this could be a 6-point swing for the Hawkeyes right here.
He is, Jim Flannery yelling, get up on Caitlin Clark now.
Sonano gets back onto the floor. Defense for offense. Clark immediately doubled and calls the timeout. We'll take it with him and be back for the last 8.6 in a moment. Caitlin Clark has managed another double-double, but it has been hard work from this Creighton D.
13 points because of the help side, because of how they're playing her off the bounce. They're ready for the crossover. When she gets to the rim, they're not going in front of her to get the blocks. They're coming from behind to get those stands at the rim.
15 second chance points. They've got 27 points from behind the arc, and they have led for almost the entirety of this ball game since the 5-minute mark of that first quarter, and they held Clark to just 2 points in the third. And now they are 10 minutes away from their first trip to the Sweet 16 as Iowa can't get a good shot up, and it's a 3-point Creighton advantage. Take my breath. 10 minutes to go for the first spot in the Sweet 16. The most NCAA tournament appearances without winning the national championship. Well, that's Georgia on the top of that list, and then there is Iowa. This is their 28th trip, and certainly the expectations for the Big Ten champs was to make a deep run at the Final Four and a shot at the crown. But here in the second round, they find themselves down to the 10-seed Creighton, 51-48. And the most electrifying player in the game, Caitlin Clark, was quiet in the third. Can number 22 in gold make some noise in the fourth to extend their season? Or will it be the Blue Jays advancing for the very first time to the Sweet 16? And it's Clark immediately wanting the ball and getting to the line.
And Beth, that's an example where I think everyone in this arena knew who was going to get the first touch. You knew it was coming. You still couldn't stop it.
It's been a terrific game plan for Creighton, well executed. They've owned the glass. They've owned the three-point line. Now can they close it out? Clark. 15 points. As she knocks down her 200th made free throw of the season. Defending on Mogensen. And it's Iowa ball with a shot at their first lead since early in the first quarter. Missed the layup. Still cannot get that big breakthrough basket. Mogensen for three. Tip back out. Limbaugh wide open, run to the rim, and she lays it in.
17th second chance point for Creighton here this afternoon.
That's the third time they've been able to tip a rebound to a teammate. Limbaugh feeds Rancic on a long foul on the fade. And the sophomore from Sioux Falls will head to the line.
Well, it's all extra effort right now by Creighton. Running the floor, getting the foul, getting to the free throw line.
Rancic misses on the first. Member of this terrific sophomore class. The tattoo on her leg. Remember to be more than words. Can her actions help Creighton make some history today? Clark stepping back. Rebound, Morgan Molly. Limbaugh, good hesitation, drops it off for Rancic. And here comes Iowa on the run. Martin on the cut, that's blocked. And it will go back to Creighton.
Just the relentlessness of this defense for Creighton. Another block coming from behind. Ronsky with the block that time.
For the poise of the Blue Jays, they are setting the tone for every lower seed in this tournament. The blueprint, if you will, from the Blue Jays on how to handle the heat.
Last time down, Creighton ran Sonano off of countless screens. This time, Molly pops out but can't get it to go.
Here comes Clark. 3-on-2. Marshall, trail, triple. 50,000 people have been waiting an hour and a half for it. And finally, somebody other than Clark hits the three.
Well, Clark disses it to Gabby Marshall, gets the feet set, and you see Clark celebrating with a fist pump.
Boy, that's terrific trust. You know, Caitlin could have taken that herself. Teammate had a better look.
I mean, Beth, that really speaks to just how unselfish Caitlin Clark is. Leads the country not only in scoring, but in assists.
Back to back, and they're in front. Brodsky. Clark's got it. Here they come again. Looking for Buddy Sonano, skips it. Gotta think one of the C's gets a touch every possession. Good double team by Creighton, and it's a held ball. Stays with Iowa.
Creighton has been jamming that cross screen all game long. There's just no traffic there for Sonano to get through off of it.
Marshall, can she do it again? And now Creighton can tie it or take it back. Brodsky walked. Good help defense.
I like the substitution by Jim Flannery, getting 2 point guards in the game now. Just better execution for him down the stretch.
Clark has one basket in the second half. Off the mark there, and an offensive rebound. Sonano going to work. NCAA Women's Championship on ABC is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Beth, whose ears must be ringing.
Oh, well, you know, you may have been surprised by the first round upset. There hasn't been a shocker yet. This would be one if the Blue Jays can pull it out. They find themselves after up a dozen, down 4, and the three-point shot has left them. So effective shooting these early on and not so much of late. And another held ball will stay at this end.
Creighton has been hot from 3, but it's been the relentlessness defensively and on the offensive glass. Once again, coming up with an opportunity for a second chance.
Done a good defensive job on Caitlin Clark. Has just 1 basket and 2 free throws in this second half. 15 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds as she flirts again with a triple-double. And a reach-in foul on Marshall. No foul issues right now for either side, and just 3 combined team fouls here in the fourth.
Yeah, Marshall doesn't like that call, but she did come through the body. Would have loved to see her release pressure and then try to get that steal.
Well-balanced attack for Creighton. They've got 3 in double digits. Shot clock's down to 10, under 5 minutes to go. Rimbaugh. Jensen on the drive, and the Iowa transfer lays it up and in. A dozen now for Lauren. Warnock off the bounce, goes to the left side, another missed layup. Those have been haunting Iowa all day. And another possession without Clark or Sonano. And then Creighton returns the favor with a miss.
Both coaches trying to be very positive with their teams right now, but when you're missing the layups, it's difficult to win. Iowa for the game, 12 of 31 on layups.
Clark on the switch. She'll step away to her left. Threes have not been falling for Iowa this afternoon. Renbow, the mismatch on the big, and another missed opportunity. We'll run a set here. Clark out of the horns. Swings back around.
Web screen there at the elbow.
O'Grady, the pick, the roll, and the foul. Well, they're going to say she was not shooting. Iowa will get it underneath. Third foul on Renbow.
I really want to see Sonano get a touch here on this out-of-bounds play. They don't do it a lot of times, but they do a little back screen for a lob. She needs a touch.
Looking for her. And the pass leads her away from the basket. Back inside, the double, the dish. Timeout, Blue Jays. A 4-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Let's take a look at today's Capital One rewarding performance. 27 points for Monica Sonano.
And she's done it on the post-up. She's done it by not fighting the contact, but using it against the defense. Beautiful touch around the basket. She hasn't forced it, struggled at times to finish, but when her team has needed her most, she has been money. And probably, most importantly, when we say not force it, she has found her open teammate like we did on the last play to put Iowa up 4.
The 6'3" senior from Watertown, Minnesota, the best field goal percentage in the country this year. She's 12 for 17 today. She and Clark have comboed for 42 of their 60 points. Caitlin is 3 rebounds shy of her 6th triple-double of the season. And on the other side for Creighton, they were so good with the 3-ball in the first half. Has gotten away from them here in the second half. Jensen, Ronsick, Brodsky, all in double digits. They have adjusted the clock, and it's now back up to 3 minutes to play for a spot in the Sweet 16 where Creighton has never been.
Well, for Creighton now, I want Morgan Molly to get a touch. She was the main offense for you on Friday, even early in the first half. And she's been quiet here late.
8 points in the game. Molly's number 30 right here. She and Jensen, 15, are their 2 biggest deep threats. And Jensen hits one. Over Sonano, 2-point game. Clark. They've used 4 different defenders on her today. Sonano kicks it back out. Clark wants a screen. Shot clock winding down. The crossover for Caitlin. Rebounded by Molly as Renbow came over to help. Clark's got it. Rebound number 8. Caitlin pushes. Sonano's got it. Spinning. Weak side. Timeout, Creighton.
Well, Beth McKenna-Warnock had been struggling from the outside, so I love the fact she crashes the glass, gets the O-board, and the putback.
So now for Jim Flannery. The nice thing is, you got 5 scorers on the floor. And they've all been able to have a hand in getting points up for the Blue Jays. As you see, Iowa with the possession arrow. Timeouts for both sides and fouls to give for both sides.
Well, he obviously went to Lauren Jensen last time out of the timeout. I'm still waiting for Creighton to take advantage of the face cut, cutting between their defender and the ball and presenting themselves for an easy catch and score.
Jensen on the drive, back to a 2-point game.
And Beth Jensen's able to get to the rim because, as you said, all 5 players on the floor can make the 3, so no one rotated.
Sonaro misses for the tie or the lead. Rimbaugh spins, missed the layup. Final minute.
And no need to foul for Creighton. They just need to get the defensive stop.
Looking for Sonano. Can't get it there. Martin will try to put it up. Shot clock is off for Creighton. Down 2.
Jim Flannery not calling timeout.
Rimbaugh back to Jensen for the lead. And she's got it. Timeout, Iowa. It's the Hawkeye transfer with a massive 4th quarter, and Creighton's on top.
Well, Lauren Jensen's making the most of her homecoming back to Harvard Hawkeye. Has scored the last 9 points for Creighton. None bigger than that 3-pointer.
They got the look that they wanted. Jim Flannery was screaming for that play from the bench. And it's 63-62. 12 seconds away from their first Sweet 16 in school history, with Caitlin Clark standing in the way.
And let's not forget Monica Sonano. I would love 2-man action here between Clark and Sonano. Highest percentage shooter in the country. I think she's got to get a touch down low and give her the opportunity to finish. Now here's the thing, Creighton has fouls to give.
Clark off the bounce. They choose not to foul, and she missed it. Rebound, Creighton, and a foul. They will still have to inbound here with 6 seconds to go.
You get it to the top scorer in the country, just slightly off the angle to use the glass the way she was trying. Comes up just short.
Rimbaugh is the worst free throw shooter. That's why she's the inbounder here for Creighton. Everybody else is better than 70% on the season.
Well, Iowa has to get the 2 fouls to get them on the free throw line. There's the first.
Next foul will get Creighton 2 free throws. No 1-and-1 on the women's game.
If I'm Iowa, with under 5 seconds to go, I'm trying to get the steal first, then the quick foul, but they cannot afford for much time to go off the clock here.
Rancic tracks it down, is able to waste some time. 3.6 to go. Even if she makes both of these, Iowa could still tie it. Trying to stay cool on the brink of the biggest win in school history. Emma Rancic, all Big East first teamer, their leading scorer on the season. Iowa does have a timeout to advance the ball to midcourt.
But most importantly, they need to get the rebound here.
1 of 2. So it's a 2-point game. Iowa will inbound across midcourt with 3.6 to play.
And this is where it gets tricky for Iowa because Creighton has 2 fouls to give. You've got to imagine, and again, where it gets tricky, you do not want to foul in the act of shooting, obviously. But for Iowa, I would expect maybe a top pass, meaning a lob to Sonano, so that it's a quick turn and score versus any kind of dribbling action. Because if Iowa tries to dribble, I expect the fouls from Creighton to minimize their shot opportunity.
Well, they went to Clark the last time. She will line up way off the ball on the other side. And it's Sonano up at outside the three-point arc.
I'm expecting Clark to set a back screen for Sonano here because you don't want to help off on Clark. And so that's why Molly is playing so far off of Sonano at the moment.
Martin to inbound. Looking for Sonano. She's got the catch. And it's short. Tipped up, no good. And Creighton has pulled off the stunning upset in Iowa City. On to the Sweet 16 for the first time. The Blue Jays hold Caitlin Clark to just the 1 basket in the second half. And they come up with the big plays.
And Beth, it wasn't the back screen, it was a down screen. Sonano got the ball, got the look, and Iowa actually had 2 second chance opportunities. Just could not convert.
A stunning start to the second round of the women's tournament. The Creighton Blue Jays, the 10 seed, beat the 7 seed Colorado 2 days ago, and they have knocked out the 2 seed Iowa in front of 14,000 plus Hawkeye fans. And the party has started for the Blue Jay fans in attendance as we check out today's player of the game, brought to you by Orgain Protein. And how about this for a story, folks? Last year she was at Iowa and wanted a shot at more playing time and transferred to Creighton. And her 19 points include the game winner and 9 of the last 10 for the Blue Jays. And they are going on to Greensboro in the Sweet 16.
Will Lauren Jensen make the most of her opportunity in the transfer? Spotting up from 3. Anytime she got the clean look, it was money. And then when she started running off the 3, beautiful touch with a pull-up jumper.
Now Lauren Jensen putting all her skills on display. Time and again, Jim Flannery and the coaching staff got the mismatch they wanted, and it was a big honor defensively as she kept knocking down shot after shot. And Jim is with us now. What was it about Jensen, Jim, that you saw the hot hand and decided to go to her down the stretch?
I don't know. I've had a good feeling about her all year, and you know, we've got multiple options. You saw the way Morgan Molly shot it the other day, and Emma obviously, and I just felt like she was the one who really could kind of score at all 3 levels off of a switch. I mean, I felt like if we got the switch and she had the big on her, that now they had to guard her at the 3. She's got to pull up and she's got a rim protect, or she can get to the rim. And I just felt like that was it. I mean, Morgan was tired. Emma was tired because she had played a lot. So I felt like that was it. But you know, we kind of got lucky. Iowa did a good job scheming. I mean, they played off of played off the right kids and cross mass and gave us problems. And obviously the game started out like it was going to be 100 to 97, and it ended up in the low 60s, which is not what I expected.
Well, Jim, you walked over here, and I saw the emotion.
Yeah.
Can you talk about what it means for you and this program to get this win today?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of alums text and say they were coming today, or just text good luck. So I mean, this is for everybody who's played at Creighton, put on a uniform, and in the past, and just it has gotten us to this point. And I'm so happy for all those people who've been there, and my staffs and administrators, and so it means a lot. And we have so much respect for Iowa and their program and their staff, and the familiarity obviously made for a lower scoring game than what I had anticipated, and just, you know, just to finally make a Sweet 16 is really special. But there's so many people that helped us get to this point. So special for this team, but special for the program and the university.
Well, when folks look up poise in the dictionary, they're going to see the Creighton Blue Jay. The way you guys handled this environment and this atmosphere, congratulations to you and Creighton Blue Jay Nation nationwide. Enjoy this moment, enjoy this week as you get set for Greensboro.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Christy.
64-62. Creighton with a shocker, and we've only started on the road to the Sweet 16. The second round just getting underway. And for Lauren Jensen, you were here wearing the other team's jersey a year ago. What did you envision when this day started that you might have a moment like this?
You know, honestly, I just wanted to go in playing my game. I didn't really know what to expect. Obviously, it was a sold-out crowd. And I just wanted to go in and play my game, play with my teammates, and hopefully come out with the win, which we did.
Your last possession, call timeout by Jim. He gets you the ball. What's going through your mind as you clear that screen?
I was just trying to find an open shot, honestly. I was just going to come up and see what happened, and, you know, we ended up getting a 3.
What was it about this team and the attitude that you guys had right from the start? You weren't intimidated at all coming into this environment, and you guys made the big plays when you had to.
Yeah, you know, we honestly had nothing to lose in this game. You know, I was a great team. They were the 2 seed, we were the 10 seed, and so we had nothing to lose in this. You know, we played well all season. We believe in each other. We play together, and I knew that if we played our game, we'd do just fine.
Well, congratulations. You get a few more practices now to get
Yes,
ready for the next big game.
Yes, thank you so much.
And the first ever trip to the Sweet 16. '64-62, they held Caitlin Clark to a season-low 15 points, and they win it. And the 10 seed is moving on as they knock out the 2 seed Iowa Hawkeyes.